Hey, my name is Erica Gray, and I'm the creator of the TP Creative Challenge, where I'm trying to make $1 million in 1 year only using affiliate links of toilet paper. At the end of this journey, I'll be donating all the profits of that $1 million to 10 different charities of your guys' choice. Today is day 91 of the challenge, and it is April 1st, 2025. And no, I'm not pulling an April Fool's joke. Business front, I am hitting all the basics. I have been very good today and hit all posting content. I've even done an extra, I think, one or two videos on TikTok today and have been looking for more entertaining, trending type of videos to immediately jump on so I can again get more attention to my profile and hopefully people will see more of that toilet paper challenge stuff. And it all is described in my bio, so that will be the first thing they would see and read, and hopefully they would click that link. Also, I have been looking up at the analytics for both TikTok and Instagram, and typically the most views come from age 25 to 34, which is kind of my age range. It is also known as the millennials. So I'm definitely going to be utilizing that as the audios, like what was popular for millennials, like middle school, high school type of time. So I see like JoJo coming back in the forefront, a lot of Hannah Montana stuff, just things of like that age range, and try to utilize that and really get more attention. And also, I need to look back one at the videos I've used that have like the most views and what hashtags I've used or keywords. And then also, yeah, look up millennials and what hashtags are they using. Like, for example, on TikTok, the one obvious one is millennials of TikTok. So I've been using that a lot more. Instagram, I don't know yet. I have to look more into that. I also am emailing a lot of agents. I initially was going down my list completely of like, I think I'm at like 150 some odd people of like influencers, celebrities, athletes, business leader people. I was initially going through every single person, but again, I don't have that quite on time. So I'm just going to look at the bio of each person's Instagram, and those that actually have like the inquire here email, those are the ones I'm going to immediately reach out to now. So again, like they're wanting to check that email. Like if they put it in their bio, I'm going to utilize that. So I'm working more on that now too for the business front. On the personal front, it has been an interesting time experience today. Like I said before, have done acupuncture for the first time, and I don't really know what I was expecting. I've heard mixed things about hitting your nerves and being crazy and overly being emotional, and I've heard it's nothing. It doesn't feel like anything bad. So when it came to the actual acupuncture part, completely fine. I did notice when he did it in like the middle of my left back, side of my back, I got a little like kind of like for moms who've gotten an epidural, it was like that same like feeling. So he said, like I was telling him how like my back pain is like mostly my lower back, and he said surprisingly like that's actually not tense right there. It's all like the center middle of my back. And again, with him saying it was like the worst part was like the middle left side of my back. Well, like I've been saying before, that kind of is about the same area. So, I mean, our body is all connected. So maybe that is related to that. So, we're doing another appointment next week, try the exact same stuff again. And yeah, it was interesting because the acupuncture part, not that big of a deal. Then he talked about applying like heat to it, kind of, and like made the room warmer too. And same thing, that was fine. But then he like, it's like how you do like when you charge a car. He like put these like little clamps on the needles on my back. And then he electrocuted me a slight little bit on every single one. But he could like change how hard it was. And again, the interesting thing was he does the right side. He's like, "How does that feel?" And I'm like, "I don't feel anything." Like so, like my right side was completely relaxed, completely chill. That was the point of doing it, is to like make it like vibrate like your nerves underneath and like kind of make your body intentionally twitch so that way it actually like eventually calms down. So yeah, right side completely fine. Like I was just like, I don't feel anything. And then he like cranked it up higher and I was like, okay. Left side he barely touched it and I was like, ooh, like I like my body like immediately clenched up. So I was like, great. So and then he like left the room two different times. Like he like came and checked in between. And that was like the hardest part. Like for me, my own personal anxiety comes from like that trapped feeling. So I'm like, okay, well now I have needles in my back. I'm getting like semi-electrocuted and no one's in this room. Like I'm like, no, I can't tell anyone to like please stop or turn it down. Like I'm like, I just have to like lock in my mind. So I was like, counting 1 to 50. I was like singing a song in my head and kind of out loud because no one was there. And I was trying to listen to like the slow melody music, and which was really boring. And then I started practicing my breathing, like breathing through the nose, out through the mouth, and like counting that. Because the thing that was weird is like if I took too big of a breath, my chest would rise, but because the needles are like right about the same area, if I rose, somehow it made them like go in a little bit further. So then like I'd like get that zing again on my left side, which I didn't want. And then if I like arched my back because of taking a deep breath, then yeah, my lower back would like the hips would arch as well, and that was like really zinger. And I think again it was more my mind block that I had to like work through. Like that's where my anxiety came from because I've done 3 epidurals for my kids. So knowing that same feeling, I was just like, oh my gosh, paralyzing epidural, like crazy pain. Like that's what I associate for is like birth of pain. So I'm like, okay, we're not giving birth. Like it's not that intense. Lock in my mind, find little ways to distract. I was like tapping my fingers, I was moving my toes, I was trying to focus on different body parts that were not my back. So yeah, it just constant mind game through that part. Again, once he took the little like whatever clamps off for the vibration part, again, it wasn't that big of a deal. But like that part was like my own mental like roller coaster that I was like, okay, we're doing this again next week. But again, the weird thing is the second he took it all off and he's like, okay, you can stand up and get dressed again, like my whole back pain like went away. And I could like move my legs. It wasn't like this morning I'd like reach down to grab a kid's toy and I'd like go really slow because if I like did it too fast, it'd like clamp up. Immediately after, like picked up my purse, picked up my shoes, and was like, boop, bent right over, and it was completely fine. So I'm like, it was super weird. So I'm like, it was definitely worth it, but I clearly have like a mind thing that I have to get through. Another thing I'm also going to start doing is reaching out to some of my old friends from like my modeling days, high school days, anyone that has like some type of skill. And then I'm going to try to think of like, how can I turn that into toilet paper? So, for example, I cannot skateboard, like trick skateboard, but I do have a friend who can actually ride a longboard really good and possibly do tricks. So I'm going to reach out to them. I have a friend who can surf. Don't know if that's possible, but we'll see. I have someone I know that can juggle. I cannot juggle. So it's things like that that I need to like reach out ahead of time so that way I can have them do it and then add it to the list later and then have them be like that day's content. It won't be maybe like be them, but still utilizing a different way to use toilet paper. On the gratitude front, of course, as always, those who watch every day, grateful for my husband, his love, his support, him being a little cheerleader for me. I love that I keep watching every day, him reposting almost every single one of my videos. And I'm grateful for my kids that they have been enjoying the fun and have been cheering me on too and asking questions and being curious. I just love that they're curious kids in general. I'm grateful for family and friends that help support and rally behind one another. For example, grateful for my mom today that she helped watch the kids so I could go do acupuncture. I'm going to do it next week, and she is possibly available for that. She just needs to check her schedule book. I also have finally a general doctor finally scheduled, I think for the 17th of this month, which actually might be my 100th day. No, it's not. I think it's like past 100. But excited about that. Again, just trying to get on the offense of the health, not the defense, not wait for things to get too serious or already start happening to me. And overall, again, I'm in good health and I kind of want to stay that way. And grateful for the church community, grateful for God and Him guiding me, leading me to wherever I need to go, testing me however I need to learn whatever I need to, and just grateful for the ability to grow and not just stay stuck in a certain life space. I'm grateful for good weather. It has been an interesting day with that so far. It's been like rain, like super dark gray clouds. It was like almost thunder, and then like clear bright blue sky. So back and forth. But I'm grateful for those blue skies moments that we had. And I'm grateful for you guys. I appreciate your support. I appreciate you guys watching and joining the family and subscribing. I'm grateful for the beautiful flowers that are blooming now. Again, I love color. I am not a fan of that whole neutral phase trend right now, but I love the pops of color and the flowers and the freshness. And I'm really excited about all the gardening stuff that's coming in bloom. Not that I know how to garden, but we have a garden that my husband's aunt and mom kind of work around with. Maybe I'm going to start this year going to a local food market and testing out stuff with that. And just, yeah, again, doing more healthy recipes, getting more healthy a bit. I know it's not a sprint, you know, I really want to get healthy, and I know it's really hard to break those habits, but it's a marathon, it's a journey. I'm enjoying the process, enjoying the new healthy recipes I find and trying them out and experiencing them with my kids and helping teach them healthy habits as well. Again, baby steps. Better to move forward with baby steps than not at all. Also, now being home, I got to do more laundry. I'm so close to being caught back up and getting it all washed. I also need to give my two middle children baths now. I'm cooking pizza right now in the oven for dinner. It is about almost 7, I think. I think it's almost 7 p.m. by now. So it's been an eventful day. Again, feeling good. My skin itself on the outside's a little bit sore because afterwards he did rub really hard a jade with oil on me to get the blood flowing again. The lower part, which is where all my weight and baby weight is, felt fine, but the actual spine that he did it on it just felt like bone, and so that was really hard. And I was like, breathe through, embrace. And I think that's same thing with business stuff and personal growth stuff. Is I literally was just telling myself in my mind over and over, embrace the pain, breathe through the pain. I knew it was very hard, and I was like, okay, it's not forever. Just let them scrape the crap out of your back. He warned me it was gonna be red after, but again, maybe that was why it was so easy to get back up. And it was, yeah, definitely an interesting experience. I mean, the back could be maybe more intense than how people talk about getting their forehead and everything done. So we will see. So next week is the back, and then I think the week after that is when he's gonna start working towards more my allergies and trying. Hopefully, we can prevent me getting any allergies for the spring this season. If we can, that would be amazing. Cause yeah, living out in the country, the grass and certain trees are just brutal. The quote that popped in my head when again reflecting, and I don't know why it popped in my head. Maybe if I talk it out loud, I'll get to why this is sticking in my head. But this is also a classic saying, and the quote for today is beauty is pain. And initially I was thinking in my head, why am I thinking that? That's so vain. But then I'm like, well, beauty is relative. Beauty can be a confidence. Beauty can be an energy. Beauty can be looks. Beauty can be intelligence. And all that stuff, energy, confidence, strength, all that stuff requires effort, and it requires pushing yourself. And I think that's what's true beauty, is the growth of someone, the personal growth in all aspects, spiritual, physical, mental, relationships, everything. And in order to get true beauty, I'm talking about true beauty, not just surface level, that yeah, you have to put in the work. You have to take care of yourself. You have to push yourself outside the comfort zone. Yeah, it's pretty good. See, the more I talk it out loud, the more I'm like, oh, I see where I was going with this. Sometimes I amaze myself. Pat on the back for me. um, but yeah, and so I think that's where part of this journey for me as well is too, is the personal growth phase of I am a seeker of true beauty. Yes, I did modeling growing up, and that was the surface level beauty, but I want to be more than that. I don't want to be just the surface level. I want to be soulful and deep and be a light to people and help make a difference. So, another thing, again, me talking out loud makes me reflect a lot, is right now I'm in the digital marketing space. I know how to make. Oh, I think that's my husband coming home. But again, I am the digital marketing space. I know how to create digital products based off of people's knowledge and skills. But again, this journey has also showed me that I really like personal growth and progress. And I personally just like experience. I like the best of the best if possible. That's my goal with anything, with spiritual, mental, physical, relationships, business, everything. I just want to get to the best of the best. Constantly push myself. And so even before this challenge, I paid for my own LLC, and it is called Goals Life. GOLS is mine. And initially, I actually thought of that because I wanted to make it family involved. The initials are actually my kids' names, backwards. So Grace, Odin, Lucy, Sophronia. So that's initially why it's goals. And goals was just kind of like my goals in life. And now it's like when I think of this more out loud, I'm like, okay, well, how do I want that to be? Do I necessarily want to become a life coach someday? I don't know. I've had an idea of like maybe turning it into an online business where it's kind of like an online version of like JCPenney, Macy's, whatever, like one of those like stores where it has like multiple brands in it, but it's not actually your products. And having it be like maybe like 3 divisions where it's like beginners, intermediate, but affordable, and like the best of the best. So for example, if I'm doing like selling sports stuff online, okay, what is like the best possible golf club for a golfer, expert level? That would be on. Okay, if you're just starting golf, what's like the best for the beginner, and having that on like 3 different areas. You know what I'm kind of saying? So that's also another thought process, but maybe I'll do that someday. And so again, it's just that's where my like natural core drive is. Whatever I do, I just want to be the best that I can be possible and help other people be their best. I don't want to just like make money. I feel like that's so, again, surface level and not everlasting joy. I think, again, it all comes down to helping people and making a difference and kind of leaving a legacy behind, touching people's lives. So that's like beyond the challenge after this is like the direction I'm kind of heading. I'm heading with digital products and teaching people how to make digital products for themselves so they can be resourceful. Maybe I'll add my own digital products after this challenge, seeing where my journey leads me in personal growth as well. And then maybe I'll build an extra type of business around that LLC that's more about that LLC. Right now it's just a name. But again, it's so important and valuable to me because of like the meaning behind it, not just goal oriented to be a better version of yourself, but it's my kids' initials. And so that's kind of also just, again, letting you guys know about the whole journey, where the vision is going, and just embracing each and every day. Because again, tomorrow's not promised. Well, since my husband just got home, I bet it's time for me to wrap up. Also, my kids are now all in the shower because they all want to play toys in the shower. So I gotta go check on them. Also, the pizza's cooking. We'll make sure I'm not burning that. But again, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate you. You are seen, you are heard, you are valued, and you matter. If you have not done so yet, please subscribe to this channel. I'd really appreciate you joining the family and joining along this journey. Also, comment any creative ideas that you may have that you can help add to this challenge. Again, not just the everyday basic stuff, things that require a little more effort is kind of like the level I'm at right now. Also, comment any questions you may have about affiliate marketing, personal branding, anything online business, personal growth and mindset. I'm an open book. I love helping people. It makes my heart so happy. And I will see you guys tomorrow.